Hey everyone, time to wrap it up. Last episode in our countdown going through the Quill discography as part of our countdown for the Quill's 30th anniversary show. If you're watching this, I'm planning on releasing this early on Thursday, so it's going to be the same day as the anniversary show. So if you're anywhere near watching this, make sure you come by and see it. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of cool guests, and a lot of fun in general. And also make sure you visit the Quill exhibition. We build everything this weekend and everything is finished and looks fantastic. So make sure you see. You have 3 weeks, and I've posted all the opening hours on our social media. So make sure you stop by if you're anywhere near. As I said, today we're going to talk about it's the last episode, our latest studio album, Earthrise, released in 2021. I don't think I will do an episode about Live New Bar Blues. It's more or less a compilation album, but I will touch on it anyway. But this is the subject for today. But before we start, you know what to do. You subscribe, you hit that little notice bell, and you share with your friends. Well, we left off with the Born from Fire album. It was great getting the original four back together again, and as I said, that album came together rather quickly. This one took a little bit of time to get together, but for various reasons. First, we started out and writing a lot of stuff. I don't think we've ever had that much sort of written before going into the studio. And what we also did with this one was that we road tested a bunch of songs. We did a European tour with Nebula from America. And during that tour we played, I think we played both Hallucinate, Evil Omen, we played Dwarf Planet, and I think we played Keep On Moving as well. So a bunch of those songs, and that's a first for us. We usually don't do that, but we tried this time, and it was rather interesting. I remember Hallucinate went down great, even though no one had heard it. So we knew early on that we had some good songs and sort of a good ground to sort of develop a full album around. We once again went to 491 Studios here in Oskarshamn. It's convenient, it's nearby, and it's a great studio, and Eric is a great guy to work with. And started hammering out basic tracks. And as I said, we recorded tons of stuff. I think almost somewhere around 20 songs we did basic tracks for. And we're really on a roll. But then you all know what happened. Everything shut down and everything sort of stopped, and we were sort of halfway through the recording. So it took us a while. Everything sort of, as I said, stopped for a while, and then we decided to sort of try to work it out anyway. And what we did was that we, one of us or two, I think, we tried to be as few as possible in the studios because of all the restrictions. We couldn't work all of us together, but we sort of hammered it out rather quickly once we started recording, and it came together fairly quickly, as I said, once we had the opportunity to go into the studio again. And I think I'm really fond of this album, but it's also difficult since it's the newest one and you really don't have that sort of distance to it. But I think it's a very varied album. We have sort of a couple of longer songs that we're always into, as I said. We have a couple of catchier songs, Keep On Moving, you have Hallucinate. It's also sort of more, I wouldn't say radio friendly, but they're sort of easier to get into. But you also have sort of dreamier songs like The Zone, and you also have Evil Omen is one of those as well. And as I said, I think it's quite varied. A lot of different stuff, and something for everyone on this one as well. There's even an acoustic track called Dead River that actually features me on acoustic guitar. That's the first I sort of had the sort of basic idea for that one, and since it wasn't in a sort of an open tuning, Christian decided it's easier for you to play it than for him to learn it. So he's doing the electric guitar and I'm doing the acoustic. What else is there to say? As I said, we recorded tons of stuff, and there's still some of it was released on this one. A couple of tracks, Children of the Sun, and also Burning Tree was another one, and that was left off mainly due to time constraints. We decided early on that we wanted this one to be a single disc. Born from Fire was a double album, but we wanted to keep this short, and sort of we worked around the sort of vinyl formula. That was both with the cover and the length of the album and everything. So we sort of the product we envisioned was the vinyl album, and then sort of the CD version took back seat to that. And I think it's rather good that it's not that long. It sort of keeps it sort of short and to the point. As I said, once again, super cool cover by Sebastian Jerke once again. And we'll see if I can post, maybe I think I have some of his sketches. So I'll try to post them here as well so you can see them. It took us a while and we went through a couple of different drafts. But in the end, I think this is really cool and it sort of works perfectly with the whole sort of theme of the album. And once again, a really cool, the whole painting is sort of, you should see it all together. You also have a couple of handsome guys there as well. From a photo shoot, we went a little bit up north and shot those photos. I think that was also, we did that, I can't remember if we did it, I think we did it before the whole corona thing exploded. In the sleeve as well, you have some, I think these are really cool. This sort of reminds us, or me or us, of the whole sort of looking at albums where you were young, you could sit around and just sort of fantasize about everything. I have this one as well. I think we have this available as a shirt as well. And also this see-through vinyl, you gotta have that, it's mandatory. Oops, sorry. And CD version looks more or less the same. Nothing really sort of extra to it. And we'll see, I think we're sort of running out of vinyl copies, so maybe we'll sort of do a second print of it. I heard from the label, I think it's been selling rather good, so hopefully there will be another edition of it. And as I said, there's still tons of stuff. Even though we released a couple of songs on Live Newborough Blue, there's still some stuff. Some are totally finished, and we're planning on releasing them. There's a couple of really special songs, and I will not tell you more about them. You'll see in due time what we're sort of hiding from you. And there's also a couple of tracks that sort of needs to be, there's some stuff left to be, I think there's a little bit of guitar and a little bit of vocals on a couple of them, but some were finished and I'll probably see the light of day sooner or later. But as I said, it was really, really productive. We recorded tons of stuff, so, and it's always, you never know when you need a special track for something. Well, that was Earthrise. That was Earthrise, our 9th studio album, and shortly afterwards, this one came out. It was supposed to be sort of a teaser for the European tour we were supposed to do this January, but you all know what happened. So it came out as sort of a souvenir, more or less, and some leftover tracks and some live tracks, and I think it's a rather cool release anyway. We're still waiting on the vinyl version. It's coming, but it's, as some of you know, collecting vinyl and everything is sort of taking a really long time these days, due to various reasons. Now I want to know, what do you think about Earthrise? As I said, it's one of my favorite albums, but also it's difficult to say since it's so close to sort of, you don't have the distance to it. But I'm quite fond of the whole thing, the songs, the performance by the band, the whole package with the cover and everything. I think it's really cool, so I'm quite pleased with it myself, if I may say so. Let me know in the comment section, and I will post also a link to the album on Spotify, and there's tons of cool videos. I can maybe elaborate a little bit on that. Since we weren't able to tour, we decided to sort of present the album through a bunch of videos. So we did 4 videos, a lot more than we usually do with it, for Hallucinate, Keep on Moving, Dwarf Planet, and Left Brain Blues. And those, if you haven't seen them, check them out. They're really cool, mostly animated stuff, and us as sort of space superheroes. That was a first for me. Really cool nonetheless. And our guy Ervan, who we've been working with for all those projects, is doing a tremendous job. So if you haven't seen them, please have a look at them. They're super cool. Anyway, I'm rambling now, and as I said, it's Thursday probably when you watch this, so I had a sound check to go do and pack everything up, and I will have a great time this evening during the QUILL 30th anniversary show. And if you're watching this afterwards, sorry if you missed out, but that's the way it goes. Thanks for watching all these episodes. I'll be back next week, probably a little more in the usual format, discussing something vinyl related. We'll see what it will be. Make sure you follow us on social media. It's TheQuillSweden, TheQuillSweden. Don't you ever forget that. See you all again soon. Bye for now.